Alright, here we are at Paint Cloud Studio B. We're going to be documenting the finishes and the acoustic treatment of this room. We finished the flooring today. We're going to frame the acoustic walls. We're also in the corner of the building, so we ended up with this for the front wall. So as you can see, it's going to be tough to get the speakers there, but it's doable. We mapped it out already. Here's the window. It's about 4 by 5 feet. There's about 16 inches between the assembly for the control room and the assembly for the vocal booth. We've filled the middle with scrap insulation, mostly R30, just loosely filled. The walls are also insulated with rock wool. This is plenty of space to get some good isolation, especially at low frequencies. The whole front wall will basically be a bass trap. 2 layers of drywall with green glue, 5/8. This is the bare minimum. Usually we would do more layers, but there's enough space, and the control room is semi-floated, so it's on a separate assembly, as you can see there. I'm not going to go too detailed on that. This partition doesn't touch the rest of the building. The vocal booth is on the existing slab. We're going to have a soffit bass trap with lights, an acoustic panel that's basically a V, and that's going to be about 4 to 6 inches, and then we're going to taper off because we don't have a lot of space above the window, so we're probably only going to do 1 or 2 inches of absorption there, and then build out the walls a few inches. Here's the door for the entrance. This is kind of temporary. We've filled the void between the 2 rooms. There'll be some plywood and some MDF there. You can see we're butting up against the rubber right there with the threshold. Again, this is kind of temporary, but even with this, you can't hear the other studio that's on the other side of these walls. This is the hallway. There's 2 layers of drywall and then plywood. We finish it out with plywood because we put fabric over it, and it's kind of like a fake acoustic wall. There's a light switch there. Put some lights. There's our exit sign. That's the return right there. As you can see, it was a little bit of an afterthought, but hopefully that way we'll get cleaner air into the studio. This is the look I was telling you guys about. So it's just like a fake suede with stained pine over it. This is the double doors for the booth with thresholds and automatic door bottoms, and then I also had a flap on the side. It's the booth right here. I'm only gonna close one door for now. There you can see. We built this last summer, 2020. There's the double window. So the partition for the control room does not touch the vocal booth partition. You can see very thick glass. Control room. So as you can see, I'm doing this late at night in the off hours. I don't have a lot of time in the daytime. I usually have a crew of guys, and you know, every minute costs money in construction. I'm really busy. I have at any given time 3 or 4 projects like this, and then I also have some scheduled later in the year. Usually I'm booked out 6 months to a year, sometimes even a year and a half in advance. So I apologize for the quality of the videos. For the time lapses and some of the long shots, I use a GoPro, but 90% of it is just my iPhone. And then I wear the earbuds because they have the mic right here. So it's a little bit of a cleaner audio, but I just feel like I should document a lot of this stuff because a lot of people don't really know just the amount of detail that goes into building a recording studio.